Is underway to help around a dozen people trapped on a bus. The vehicle became stranded in Daly as it tried to navigate through rising floodwaters there. We have a witness to that situation who we'll hear from a little later. Emergency services and the Royal Navy are currently at the scene. Well, across the UK there are currently 5 warnings of severe flooding, meaning there is a danger to life. There are 146 flood warnings where flooding is expected. 3 severe warnings are in the northwest of England, with another severe warning for here at White Sands in Dumfries and one in Peebles in the Scottish borders. The Met Office is warning people to be aware of strong winds and heavy rain over much of Scotland, Wales and the west of England through the evening. Well, residents in Newton Stewart, about an hour from here, have described today's flooding as the worst for 60 years. Sky's James Matthews has our report.
We'd only just waved goodbye to Storm Eva. This was Hello Frank. StormFrank, the latest from a winter that's given record floods and keeps on giving. This was Newton Stewart in southwest Scotland. The water level here was the highest they've seen in decades. They're used to flooding here, but not like this. Rivers turned into raging torrents. It was a good day for otters, perhaps, but no one else.
Absolutely terrible. So the council should have knew about this. Should have had all these bugs out last night.
We have never had it as high as this before. So it's, I suppose when you see what's on the television about how other houses have never ever been flooded and then all of a sudden I suppose it is a wee bit disconcerting.
In Dumfries, the River Nith threatened from early morning. As the sun rose, so did the water level. By the afternoon, it spilled into the streets.
It's the worst time of the year for our businesses, but actually for any family who gets flooded, it's a disaster. So therefore, the cost of that, we'll work in that, and I'm sure the government will provide support and assistance.
It was a similar picture across large swathes of Scotland. This was the borders town of Peebles, built on the River Tweed. It's a fine place for a scenic stroll any other time. The tales from the riverbank on this day, though, were depressing indeed. Ralph Christie showed us his furniture workshop.
It'll be several weeks before I can get back in. Well, I can get back in, but I won't be able to do anything because wood does all weird things when it gets damp.
What's the situation? Are you flooded or has it not reached the house yet?
It hasn't reached the house. No, it's still a fair distance from the height of the house, but it's definitely getting nervous.
This is what's normally a busy street on the banks of the River Tweed. The river itself was about 50 yards. That way you get an idea of how far this water has spilled over. How deep is it? Well, you can get a sense of it here. This is a park bench. No one will be sitting on that anytime soon. It is cold, very dirty water, and powerful too. You feel a sense of how powerful these waves are. It's the power of 120 millimetres of rain falling from the sky in a short space of time and expanding Britain's winter water map yet further. James Matthews, Sky News, Peebles.